Hey everybody, you are about to watch the Dr. Jaime Show. I hope you enjoy this episode. Good morning and welcome to the Dr. Jaime Show. So happy to have you on this Friday. I love Fridays and I love when it's Fridays in Tampa and it's sunny. And that's what we have today. So I can tell it is going to be a great weekend. I hope it's going to be a great weekend for you too. The Dr. Jaime Show is all about increasing success, likability, and happiness. And today we have a great show with President of Marketing Matters, Colleen Stearns-Leaf. She is going to chat with us about all things marketing, social media. Do you want to increase your social media followers? You're going to find out now. Do you have any marketing questions? You've been dying to ask someone in marketing, but haven't called, haven't asked, don't have your own marketing company or firm to turn to. You have someone here that is going to answer your questions for free. Type your message in the chat and we will ask her live on the show. We have so many viewer questions, so do not hesitate, and all of them are going to help other people. So ask your question. Chances are if you're thinking it, someone else is thinking it. So how to increase social media followers, what are some updates and changes in social media? If you are a small business on a budget, is there any hope for you? Can you market, and how can you do that? You're going to find that all out today. So a quick recap or a rundown, of next week. So on the 2nd of March, we have Dr. Michelle Fisher. She is an ENT, ears, nose, and throat, and she's going to talk to us about all things allergies and what goes on in this area and how we can fix some of the problems we have. On the 9th, we have Sarah Doring. She is a professional organizer with Simplicity Organization. It is just in time for spring cleaning season. So if you want tips on organizing your house, your garage, your closet, your Tupperware, even your email files. I have so many emails. Colleen, do you dispose of your emails, or do you keep them?
I have way too many.
I have way too. They just keep racking up, and you know, like I answer the ones I need to answer, but all these spams and junks, they're still there. So I think I have like 30,000. It's awful. I know.
Not that bad.
Oh, it's bad. I don't delete them. That's the problem.
1,000, I delete.
Yeah, I don't delete. So I think, I'm gonna have like a Google crash overload one day. So if I don't respond to your emails, that's what happened. And then the following week is spring break. I'm gonna spring break it too, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. So you won't see me that week, but don't worry, we'll have audios for you. And then on the 23rd, we have returning guest Akash Patel. He's gonna let us know how his running is going. I'm so excited to hear all the things that he's doing, and we can learn from him. And then on the 20th, we have a segment on bullying. So I'll give you the updates of who we're bringing on. We actually have younger individuals on that show that go to different schools or different high schools and talk about bullying, how to notice when someone's being bullied, what to do when someone's being bullied. I think we need to pass around a lot more love. Hate breeds hate, but that means love breeds love. So, and I actually put a post on Facebook about that after the school shooting. So if you have an opportunity to go to Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching, you can read that posting. It's probably 4 or 5 postings down. All right, so a little bit of background on the week, things I need to share with you. But first, how you work the giveaways, because while I'm talking, I want you to be able to have an opportunity for one of the giveaways today. So you want to go on my business Facebook page. So that's Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching. Go to the page, like it, and then watch the video live from there. Start sharing it out. If you are somebody that shares the video out, your name is going to go into a pool of people that has the opportunity to win one of these toward the end of the show, or at the end of the show, sometime this weekend. Colleen is going to reach out to you for your address, and we are going to send you one of these 7 products. So again, for those of you just joining, jump on Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching and start sharing out this video if you want to be in line for one of these free gifts. Okay, so the story I want to share with you, so I always share a story with you about what happened during the past week. So, and this one is on Facebook, so I'm actually going to share it with you. So it's something, so Blake, you guys know, my son is Blake, he's 7, and yesterday, this happened to him. Let me see. So I'm going to set the story up here for you. So he went to golf practice, and he is the youngest and the smallest on the team. And it was his turn up to putt the ball. And he putt the ball, and actually people verbally said he's not going to be able to get this. And the coach even doubted him, saying, you're probably not going to get it in, so you could do it was a different kind of move. Well, he didn't go for that different kind of move. He says, I can get it in. And guess what? Do you think he got it in? Of course he got it in. And he won for his whole team. So I'm going to go ahead and share the story. So today's reminder comes to you from Blake on haters and doubters. The background story. Blake hits a golf ball into hole, scores for his team, wins for his team. Blake, this is what he says. Mom, they all said he's up. He won't make it. But Mom, I made it. Even Coach doubted me. Here's what I said. I saw it and you made it, Blake. People have told Mom before, you can't do it. And guess what I did, Blake? And Blake said, you did it, Mom. And then Blake continues to say, and guess what happens, Mom? What happens is you take that negative talk and power and you switch it into positive power, and in that translation, you somehow achieve and you do it. Exactly. So I want you to remember that there will be haters and doubters along your path. There already have been, right? So instead of giving them more control and dwelling and turning that into self-doubt, you're right. I won't be able to hit the ball into the hole. Switch that somehow into positivity, and during that translation, you will achieve. So haters and doubters have a great way of instilling self-doubt in you. Don't believe them. Listen to little Blake and turn their negativity into more momentum into achieving your goals. All right, so before I bring on Colleen, remember, for those of you on my personal Facebook, Twitter, and VidChat, jump over to Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching on Facebook. You will see this video airing live. Share it out. If you are a part of those shares, we're going to see your name, and you are going to be in the pool of people that we reach out to and give a giveaway to after the show. And actually, I think we'll announce all of the winners at some point. So after we get their address and we ship them, we'll let you know who won what. That way you know for sure we went ahead and gave these gifts away. I would never lie. I can't wait until I can give a car away, guys. That's coming. Everything is baby steps. All right, the moment you've been waiting for. Colleen Stearns-Leith, President of Marketing Matters.
Yay.
Yay!
Hi, Jaime. Good to see you.
Nice to see you. Take a seat. Join us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we are going to have a great show today. And you are part of like the first giveaways. Thank you for bringing these awesome giveaways.
You're welcome. I love technology so much, and I just really wanted to share it with our community here.
I love it. Well, now you've leveled up, so all the next guests now have a new bar. So hopefully they're going to come with some great prizes. So, okay, so before we begin the show, I always have the guests tell the viewers something unique, bizarre, interesting that very few or no people know about you. So can you share with us?
I really don't have anything bizarre or unusual.
Okay.
Maybe unusual. I'm a bit of an introvert.
Okay.
I really am an introvert.
Okay.
So it's many things like this that I do.
Okay, good.
Have really been challenging for me. And I've learned with the help of some coaches and perseverance to overcome that, and thus I'm here with you.
I love
And I
it.
feel so much better we don't have an audience.
Oh, yeah. These are all fake cameras. There's nobody behind them.
It's just you and I.
It's just us. It's just us.
Girls.
I love it. I love it. So, yeah, excellent. So that's great. It's almost like you're not a fear, but you're overcoming right now being here. So that's great. And I want people to hear that. There's so many people, especially like talking in front of groups of people. That freaks out a lot of people.
Well, practice, that's what I found.
Yep.
Be prepared, practice, go through it yourself, internalize it. If I tell myself it's going to go well, the power of positivity, we all can learn that lesson from Blake.
Yeah.
I tell myself it's going to go well, I practice, I see in my mind that it goes well, it goes well.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Excellent. That's great. And I like how you said too, like practice, because so for me, I enjoy speaking in front of people. I've spoken in front of 5,500 women. Like
Wow.
I'm great with it. But I have to be confident in my content.
Absolutely.
If you asked me to speak on these headphones up there, I would be a terrible speaker with no confidence. But you tell me to speak on work-life balance, I got it. So I think you also have to really know your material and practice it. So,
Absolutely.
excellent.
That's the key.
And you know marketing, and that's what we're talking about today. So we're going to have an A. Okay. All right. So now, who are the viewers getting their information from? So not yet going into the story of Marketing Matters, but are you a mom? Are you a wife? Do you have pets? Are you a caregiver? Did you go to school? Who are you?
Well, I'm a wife.
Okay.
I'm a Frenchie hoarder.
Okay. So
So-
you have a purse somewhere. It's hidden in the back. It's okay.
The Ted Baker bag, yes.
Yep.
Well, we got one Frenchie, fell in love with the breed. We got another Frenchie. Then we rescued a Frenchie.
Oh my God.
And then the rescue called us and asked us to take another rescue, and we did. And
So you have 4.
we have 4.
Wow.
So fortunately, not all of them sleep on the bed.
Oh,
And
I think-
I'm going to have to put 2 king beds.
Yeah.
Put everybody on.
And I tell people, like, sometimes I think animals are harder than kids because, like, Blake and Wesley, they've grown. Now they can go to the bathroom by themselves.
Oh,
Like, you still have to feed.
We
And
have a doggy door. And
Do
they'll
you?
feed
Oh,
you.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
it's,
Okay.
we love it. So yeah, neither my husband or I ever had children. So
Okay. Yeah, you got
those
4.
are our babies.
Yeah.
Those
And
are
they
our
are. They're
babies.
like
Yeah.
little humans.
And we love boating. We live down in St. Petersburg, and the 2 of them really love to go out on the boat.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
We
They
love
love
boating.
watching dolphin.
Oh, I bet. I love watching dolphins.
Me
I do
too.
too.
So-
I still get excited like it's the first time
They
every
don't
time.
ever get
They
old.
Just bring such positive, happy feelings.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's amazing. If you go to my personal Facebook page, so for those of you that are friends with me on my personal page, manatees came up to my dock this week. She was
Oh,
not, I
nice.
mean, like literally right there where you see, and I was looking at her and I'm like, what's going on? She was teaching her baby, and they were coming up and eating off of the stairs that I have going
Oh,
down.
okay.
And the mom would look up at me and she'd stare at me like, okay, you're not going to do anything. You'd see her go under. I have it on camera. She would nudge her baby like, it's okay. And then the baby would come up for air.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
Mhm.
So what happens down in the ocean is just absolutely
And
amazing.
it's all about timing.
Yes.
Because we're on the water also.
Yep.
And, so I try to run out between conference calls or when I can take a couple of minute break
Yep.
and go out and look at the water because,
You
yes,
never know.
I've had the same thing where I've had manatees at the dock or dolphin at the dock. And it's just amazing.
It's
It just
amazing.
brightens my day.
It does. It brightens my day too. Well, and that's another thing, and we won't go off on a tangent here, but that's the importance of being present in the moment. Taking breaks when you can, just stopping for a second, because it does. It gives you that, like, wow, life is beautiful, and that pumps you.
Clears your head.
Clears your head.
And it helps creativity and
Yeah.
it's a lot of positive
A lot of
benefits to
positive
that.
benefits. Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about business a little bit.
Okay.
President of Marketing Matters. What does that
Yes.
mean? And tell us how your story, how your journey led you to being president of Marketing Matters.
Okay, well, Marketing Matters is a public relations and marketing agency that works primarily with tech companies.
Okay.
And for the past 20 years, we've been the choice for companies like Bose and Sharp to launch new technology.
Nice.
We've helped take a startup technology company to $200 million in sales in 7 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
And we've won over
Cool.
60 design and publishing awards.
Wow. High five. Thank you.
That's
Nice.
I'm a perfectionist also.
I love that. I almost feel like just quitting the Dr. Jaime show right now, starting my own marketing or my own technology firm, hiring you, and we'll have $200 million.
It took a few years.
It took a few years.
It took a
Okay,
few years,
fair.
and some budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hefty budget, but they, yeah. Excellent.
Definitely.
Okay.
And what we see is one of the biggest challenges that technology firms face is that they spend, huge amounts of money
Yep.
on to create jaw-dropping, life-changing technology marvels.
Yeah.
And then they can't communicate the benefit for the customer. So what we did is we came up with what we call our TWD, Total World Domination System.
Oh, I like that. I need that.
We're all about total world domination, and
That's
it's
awesome.
a very positive thing
Mhm.
because total world domination is your world.
Okay.
So my world's this big; it's not the universe.
Yep.
I don't want the universe.
No.
I just want my world.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It works really well. And so the TWD system is a 5-step process that we use, and actually that's the basis of my new book.
Okay.
This book launched last year, Ultra High Def Marketing.
And where can we get this book?
It's on Amazon
Okay.
and also Barnes & Noble online.
Okay,
Nice.
fabulous. And that's Ultra High Def Marketing. Get a copy, support Colleen. Okay, so
Yeah,
there's this
absolutely.
5-step process.
Mhm.
And can you tell us a little bit about it?
You can.
Okay, nice.
We have a little graphic
I love
image
it.
here.
Vanna today.
So the first step is identify. That's where you're creating your brand and your identity. You're working, you create a logo, you're choosing the appropriate colors for your industry, your business based, if you're a bank, you certainly don't want a purple and pink logo.
No.
You want something that communicates security, longevity.
Unless you're marketing to the
conservatism.
Care Bears.
Yes.
Then
yes,
it
yes.
would be different.
For 7-year-old girls.
All right, 7-year-old girls to put your money pink and purple bank.
People with no money.
They don't have money.
Exactly. Not yet. So
okay.
and so it's putting all those identity pieces together. From the second step is then simplify, and this is where for our technology companies we work with, we take that engineering speak and we translate that into human speak.
Okay.
So people can really understand what it does. And
Because it is
tell
hard to
them-
understand technology,
Oh,
and I do see that. They
absolutely.
talk in like this code that nobody understands.
Oh, please, the clients do that to us, and
Yeah.
we're like, okay, tell me another way.
Right.
How
can you say
okay,
that?
Now I got it. Okay. So it can be very confusing,
Mhm.
and especially for consumers, especially with the new technology that's coming out.
Yeah.
It's not something you're familiar with, and you really need to be careful about how you communicate that. The simplify step also includes things like setting up your customer service policies, your return policies, and the infrastructure that's really going to take care of your client. Because you can have the best product in the world, and if you don't answer your phone or respond to your emails, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the client has to come first, and those procedures and processes to manage that client care have to be in place.
Okay.
Simplify doing business with you.
Okay.
The third step is toolify.
Okay.
And in toolify, you're going to create the tools that you need to launch your company and make it a success.
Like.
Your website, creating a brochure, and we can talk more about that.
Okay.
And because that's a controversial piece.
Yep.
It's setting up your social media outlets. It's getting your PR plan together.
Well, and this is interesting because a lot of people think that that's the first step. And so just so you know, we are going to talk about if you really have to have a website for business. We're going to talk about that today. But a lot of people think that's the first step. I got to get a website. I got to get a website.
You need an identity first.
Okay, so first
Because
the identity.
I can't build a website until we have an identity together.
Okay.
Because I don't, what's the look and feel, what's the character, what's the culture of the company, what's the story.
Okay.
Identify, that's an important part of identify is telling your story.
Okay.
So you put these tools in place, get them prepared, and then when you're ready to launch, and sometimes this is happening all at the same time.
Okay.
It depends on the company, the
Yep.
products. If it's a service, it's going to launch a little quicker than it's a product, where you're waiting 4 months for the product to come in from overseas or go through the manufacturing
Right.
process. So once you have your tools in place, you can then go to amplify.
Is this four? Step four?
Step 4.
Okay.
Yep, amplify, and you're going to get the tools out there.
Okay.
So you're going to release those press releases. You're going to launch your website.
Campaigns.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You're going to implement all those things. And the final step is tweakify.
Oh, Tweakify. I like that
Yes.
one. I like that. I probably need to Tweakify every day. A little something, right?
We all do.
Yeah. Yeah. And is that exactly what it sounds like? Just tweaking things as you learn and.
Because an integral part of marketing success is testing and measuring.
Okay.
And so that take the time to analyze, look at your analytics, look at your social media posts, which posts perform the best,
Okay.
and start writing content that follows that type of style, what's appealing to your audience.
So how long have you been with Marketing Matters for?
I founded Marketing Matters in 1997, so
Nice.
18 years in May.
Wow. that
Excuse
is-
me, 21 years in May.
Wow. Time flies.
I'm not a mathematician.
She's not in math. I'm not in math, so I believed her. We all believed you, so it was fine. Okay, very good. And so, you talked a little bit before the show about Fort Lauderdale? So, how did you get? So, did you have Marketing Matters in Fort Lauderdale?
I did.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, it started in the Fort Lauderdale area, and then about 3 years ago, my husband was transferred.
Okay.
So fortunately, at that point in our business, we had been in the same office for over 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
and my key employees kept, oh, my wife got a job here, I need to move, or we're going here for the kids' school, and so I would send computers along with them as they moved. We got to the point where I had one employee left in the office, and the landlord wanted another 3-year lease, and we decided to go virtual, which has been a fabulous move. We're all really much enjoying that infrastructure. And then about 6 weeks later, we found out about my husband's transfer.
Wow.
So it was like, oh, phew, I just saved us $100,000.
Yeah. Wow. Can you imagine
to break
signing
the lease?
Yeah. And now you have so much less overhead having virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It certainly helps.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So let's jump into some questions here. Marketing. What is marketing? So I hear the words advertising, marketing, and PR used interchangeably all the time. Are they the same thing? And if not, what is marketing?
Not really. Let me start with the Wikipedia definition of
Okay.
marketing. So marketing is the study and management of exchange relationships.
Okay.
So marketing is used to create, keep, and satisfy the customer. So when we talk about public relations, advertising, SEO, email marketing, those are all tasks that fall under the marketing umbrella.
Okay. Okay.
So
So marketing's
anything
kind of up here, and then you've got
Right.
branches
And
underneath.
Technically, from this Wikipedia
Yep.
definition, sales is also under marketing.
Okay. Okay.
So-
there's a lot of different sectors under
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. And there are a lot of different things that you can do, and it all depends on your product, your service, and your audience.
Okay. So how do you know, how would someone know, how would a viewer know out there if they need, well, I guess I was going to say marketing or PR, but PR falls under marketing.
Right.
So how do you know what you need?
Well, it depends on your budget and your goals.
Okay.
So those are the first two questions that I ask anybody, any prospective client.
Okay.
So what are you trying to accomplish this year? Because typically a sales plan is put in place, and then the marketing is put in place to support that sales plan.
Okay.
The sales equals the company goals for revenue.
Okay.
Thus that marketing must support that plan.
Okay.
So if they, for instance, we work in a lot of technology with a lot of technology clients, and a lot of them sell B2B, business to business. So especially the complex technology products, because they need a specialist to install them.
Okay.
So if it's a B2B company, a tech company, I'm going to certainly recommend different tactics than I would with somebody who's targeting consumers.
Okay.
So, and just a word of advice there too, B2B marketing is a much smaller, concentrated, focused, targeted
Yes.
audience, and you can really get a lot more bang for your buck in B2B marketing versus consumer, because consumer marketing is very fragmented and diverse, and it's much harder to get consumers' attention rather than working with a potential customer, that manufacturer who knows they need this product to do their job successfully.
Right, because oftentimes a business knows exactly what they need,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes clients or customers don't know.
Consumers don't.
Yes,
right.
consumers don't. Okay.
Like, Henry Ford, Henry Ford's famous quote, if I would have asked people what they wanted, they would have told me faster horses.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. Oh, I like that quote. I did hear that quote before. That's good. Okay, so nowadays, is marketing all online? We keep hearing print is dead. Is this true?
Print has greatly declined in the need for it, but there's still a place for it in your marketing.
Okay.
If you use manufacturer reps to work your B2B channels, they need literature to work with, so that when they sit down and speak with a prospective customer, they can pull this out and go over, well, here's what you need to do.
Okay.
And here are the things that you want to point out to your potential customers
Okay.
with this. So there is a place for this. Whereas when I started Marketing Matters in 1997, the reason I was able to go into business was because a long-term printer that I had relationships with when I worked with manufacturers gave me terms. And without that, I never would have been able to go into business to cover that, because I have to cover it and then collect.
Yep.
I didn't have that cash flow, I didn't have enough credit in the business to get a loan, and that was paramount in my success. And and back then we'd create a brochure and we'd print 1,000, 1,500, 2,500.
Adds up, especially with that ink.
Yes, yeah, well, paper
Yeah.
cost is the bulk. And now we still do these types of brochures in beautiful formats, and they typically reside primarily online, and we print 100 or 200.
What about like newspaper and magazines? So I know there's people that are just
Some
starting out, they
people-
can't afford a marketing company, and they're like, okay, maybe I should go get an ad in a local magazine. Just for the not knowing too much about their business, but knowing that they're just starting out, is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I'm going to go thumbs down.
Okay.
Because advertising, in general, it takes 7 hours of communication, 11 touch points over 4 platforms for a customer to convert to buy.
Okay.
So people need to get to know you. People need to have trust. You need to have credibility and authority. They have to like you.
And that comes
People-
with time too. You
Well,
can't go to
that's-
Twitter,
that's-
Facebook, and LinkedIn right now and send out 3 and be like, okay, that's 3 of my 11. No.
No, it's 7 hours.
7 hours.
So, you get 10 seconds each
Right.
for those 3 posts.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's starting.
Right. So, it
Okay.
takes a bit of effort and time.
Mhm.
So, for a new business, the investment in advertising, I think, is a little bit too high for new business because typically most startups don't have a lot of money.
Yep.
And advertising is not one of the first things that I recommend. If anything, it's public relations.
Okay.
Because it's a lot more economical and you're getting those third-party endorsements from editors or publications.
To boost your credibility. Is that right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And that goes a lot further than ads. Society these days are ad blind. They really are. Advertising does work fairly well in the B2B channels because, again, you have that very focused, targeted audience. And it's a very specific message, and you're hitting your target audience. With consumers, it's a hit and miss.
Okay.
You may have the best cleaning service in the
We do.
Tri-County area,
We do. Just so you know. We do
Yeah.
have best cleaning service.
but people are going to skip over that ad in that local publication. It's
Okay. So if you're just joining as a small business,
unless you keep that ad in.
consistently, over and over, and that's when it gets so
And
costly.
you keep your look and feel consistent, so
Right.
people can recognize your logo and recognize your look and feel, and know that it's a.
People like consistency.
Exactly. Well, that's what.
Yes. Yep. Well, and they can
That's a
trust
trick,
you. If you're just in the ad once and never to be seen again, that's where I think it is a waste of money. When you put an ad in your local newspaper or magazine, you do it once, and it's a waste of your money. If you've got like at least 6 months to throw down on it, it's better. Just that one time is not. Okay, do me a favor. If you want one of these giveaways, go to the business Facebook page. That's Facebook, Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching. You'll see this live video right now. Share it out. So if you are part of the people that share, we are going to see your name. We are going to pick 7 people randomly and mail you one of these gifts. We'll reach out and get your address. So if you want a giveaway, you need to be on the Facebook platform, Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching. Like the page and share out the live video.
Do
Okay.
you want me to tell you a little bit?
Yeah,
about
pick
what
one and
it
tell
is?
me about it. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the Wemo Mini. I
Okay.
love this thing because
Okay.
I'm a tech geek.
Yep.
So this is a mini plug. So you basically plug this into one outlet. So if you have a double outlet, you're still able to use the second, or you can put 2 of these into one outlet.
Okay.
So this will take virtually any plug-in device and make it IP. So that means that it works on the internet and that you can control it with an app.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So if you want
The
to
smart outlet.
exactly, it creates a smart outlet, and these are pretty reasonable. And you put a series of these throughout your house and automate your lights.
Nice.
And as you're coming, as you're getting ready to come home, it's dark. You can turn your lights on before you get home. There's a lot of cool things.
I
you can do
love
with this.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. Tell us about one more.
Okay, let's talk about the Klipsch reference headphones, the
Okay.
R6. Klipsch is a well-known audio brand
Really
and
good.
really a big award winner. They've been around forever. Solid, reliable products, and these are some of the reference headphones headphones, earbuds.
Mm-hmm.
They've got oval tips. They've got a series of different sizes
Ooh,
here to make sure that they
nice.
fit your ears. And they sound pretty darn good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. So someone is going to win, 7 people are going to win these prizes up here. So if you want to win a prize, go to Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching on Facebook. See this live video right now and share it out. We will see your name as someone that shared, and we will send you a gift. Okay, so moving on, and this is really important because this is a viewer question.
Okay.
So viewer question here. Ding, 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 ding. I need I need like a bell.
I had my raised bell. I could have brought
Yes,
that.
we need something. Oh, we're gonna do that moving forward. Okay, here's the viewer question. My small family law practice is merging with a small personal injury law firm. I am well known as a family law attorney in Tampa. I have been in Tampa for many years. How do I market aggressively for the personal injury portion of my new practice without diminishing my family law brand? My logos and everything are centered on my family law practice. My concern is if it doesn't work out in the long run with personal injury, how do I protect my brand going forward while at the same time aggressively market for the new personal injury department of my law firm? The marketing budget is not huge, so would like to accomplish this without spending thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, of course, I would ask a few more questions typically before responding, but based on the information we have here, my first response or my first thought is don't go into this unless you're going to make it work.
Okay, so make it work.
Yeah,
and I know as a small business,
it's an investment.
Yeah.
It's a huge investment to buy another firm and to merge that in. So if you feel that's something that can work, make sure it works. If you're concerned because it's only a small team that's coming on, make sure you have other resources in the event that those people don't work out.
Okay.
So
create relationships with other personal injury.
So in the event that this new personal injury team decides this isn't working out for them, you have backup, so you can still continue to have that practice and to serve those customers.
Okay, which will help in it not failing because they all leave. It's okay. We've got backup.
It's just good HR practice.
Okay.
You have to have backup. You can't. If somebody gets hit by a truck, it shouldn't take your business down.
Okay, great point. Yep.
You have to have those plans in place. Secondly, the logo infers family practice.
Yep.
So there's some equity. This person's been in business for some amount of time now. They've built some equity in their logo and their look and feel. Modify that logo slightly to make it reflect the personal injury and family law.
Okay.
So family law and personal injury, and maybe it's a little block underneath. I don't, of course, I don't know what their logo looks like. But there are ways to integrate that in, and you're still retaining that equity that you've built. This is a great opportunity for this law firm because they have all these family law clients who will have needs for personal injury or know somebody that does.
Great.
They have these trusted relationships with a great pool of clients at this point, and this is a great opportunity for them to market to those clients and talk about some successes. And
that's fabulous. So hey, thank you. We used you used this in the past. Thank you.
Right.
We want you to know we're expanding to personal injury.
Exactly.
Fabulous.
Yes. Another thing you might want to do is some Facebook advertising. It's pretty low budget, and you can get a pretty good bang for your buck with that.
Okay.
And with the recent changes that Facebook's made to their algorithms, Mark Zuckerberg's holiday declaration, feeding us less ads and more personal information, what we're finding is that we can make fewer posts per week and maintain, even a small budget, $100, $150 a week.
Okay.
And it's really effective.
Okay.
So, it's, $300-400 a month on Facebook will really help you grow your following.
Okay. And if she has a family law Facebook, on the family law Facebook, should she start posting the personal injury, or should she create a separate personal injury page?
No, it's one firm.
Okay.
And it will be confusing to create 2 pages. It should be 1 page, and change the title of that page to Sally's Family Practice to Sally's Family Practice and Personal Injury.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Fabulous. That was great advice. I hope that helped you. Okay, this is actually a question that I had, but it tied with another viewer question. If a business has a small budget, what's the best way to get the word out about them? The viewer asked a similar question. What creative ways of marketing for small business? What are creative ways of marketing for small business owners without a large budget? So,
one of the least expensive ways to get the word out is public relations.
Okay.
So again, depending on your product or service, you have to do your research. Reach out to the local Tampa Bay Times or the South Florida the Tampa Business Journal. Those 22 years in South Florida are still with me. And look and see, if it's a financial product, look and see who covers finance. Look
Okay.
and see who covers construction. Whatever your trade is, do a little bit of research and write to them, send them an email. The publications want stories, and they want local stories.
okay.
So chances are, you may get turned down, they may ignore you the first few times, but persevere.
Okay.
And you should get some sort of acknowledgement, because that free editorial gives you something to put on your website. It gives you something to share in your customer newsletters. It gives you something to put on your social media pages.
Credibility.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Authority.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And again, the Facebook advertising is a low cost way to do advertising.
Do you recommend with the Facebook, so there's two ways to advertise. There's like create a regular advertisement,
Right.
and then there's also boost this post for as low as $1 or $5.
Right.
Do you recommend both? Either? Is one better than the other?
Depends on what you're using for the content. We typically will do the boost post
Okay.
because we want pretty authentic feeling content.
Okay.
Yet, if we have a client that has a sale or a special going on, we'll do an ad post. So it depends on what your goals are.
Okay.
So it all comes down to those marketing goals.
Okay.
And a couple other creative ideas for small budgets. Partner with local businesses. If you're selling watches, maybe you want to do an event with the local Lexus or Mercedes dealers.
Oh, okay.
And that co-marketing works for both of those
How would
companies.
someone do that? So I'm sure someone says, wow, like I just said, wow, that's a great idea. So what do? I go to the Mercedes dealership and knock on their door and say, is that how you do it? You call them up and you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call them up and start the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, let me talk to the business manager
Okay.
or your marketing person.
Okay.
If you you're launching a new line of alcohol,
Mhm.
you might want to work with the
We
local.
should do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like that
And
idea.
you might want to work with the local Harley Davidson dealer because they typically will have Sunday events where they're serving beer and drinks and music and
Okay.
to find a complementary business where you're going to have basically the same customer base.
I like that, Wes. We need to think about that for you
Yeah,
and for
there's a
teammates.
lot of things that you can do with that.
Yeah.
Work with nonprofits, kind of get your word out there too. If you do some work, it's good for everybody to get back, first of all. And secondly, it helps you get your brand out there with other people in the community.
Okay.
And this is all consumer
Yep.
type things. Again, newsletters
Okay.
and events.
How
So,
frequent do you recommend newsletters? Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
depends on your product and service.
Okay.
So typically, for most businesses, I'm going to recommend once a month
Okay.
because people just get annoyed if you. So I don't know how many retail things that I've gone ahead and given them my email address so I get that 15% off on the order,
Yes.
and then they send me 4 emails a day.
A day.
Yep.
And like, how annoying!
Yes.
It doesn't get much more annoying than that.
Yes.
And that's why.
Or it's
that's why I-
distracting, or I like it, and I'm like, damn it,
Yeah.
Wayfair, I
Yeah.
love that new couch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, start scrolling, and they're like, if you like this, you'll like these 75 other things. And I'm like, you're right, I do.
Yeah. And that's why you have 30,000 emails.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Uh-huh. So, don't spam people.
Okay.
Be considerate of their time, and if it's something that they truly like, they're going to appreciate that once a month email.
Okay.
Like for your maid's business.
Yes.
Once
Perfect.
a month.
Perfect. There
Yeah.
you go.
Success stories, news about the company, cleaning tips.
Okay. I love it. I love it.
It's a
I
fun thing to
send my
do.
Dr. Jaime one out every every other week. I don't think it's too much. If it is, I'm sorry.
For your Dr.
Yep.
Jaime business, that absolutely makes sense.
And I try to
And
share
because
like
it's ongoing
content.
communication.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
just like, oh, hire me. It's like,
Right.
hey, let's talk about how to be a thought leader, I think was last
Right.
week. I try to give that advice. So you do have to be cognizant of what you're sending out. Okay, so another viewer, is that it for the creative ideas?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we can,
Yeah?
if
Yes?
somebody, we'll give them my contact information. If somebody listening wants more advice, I'm happy to speak with them and give them
Perfect.
some tips.
And where can they find you?
Marketingmatters.net.
marketingmatters.net. Fabulous. And if you're just joining, if you want one of these gifts, that's right, they're free. Colleen is giving them away. She's shipping them to you. Thank you so much. That's
You're
amazing. And you need to go on my business Facebook page. That's Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching. And during this live segment, you'll see the live segment going, share it out. If you're a person that shares it out, we are going to see your name. You are going to go into the pool of people that shared, and then we are going to pull 7 of those names and send you one of these items. Viewer question here. I have 2 employees who both are moms with little ones. So after hours activities aren't really ideal. What are some great ways to get them more involved in marketing efforts that don't involve evening networking events, etc.?
My first reaction to that request is, are these marketing people, and do they know that have they agreed that that's part of their job?
Okay.
So I have a marketing company I had for 21 years. Most of my employees don't want to do marketing for us.
Okay. Right.
It's a select few that work outside and do that networking and that marketing.
Okay.
It's not suited for everybody.
So let's go two ways with this question.
Okay.
So let's say she says, no, actually they haven't agreed to
No,
it.
I have 2 little kids, and
Right.
I don't want to go after hours
Right.
and do work.
Right.
So if that's but yet they're still interested in helping.
Yep.
Perhaps they do things like chamber meetings, because in many instances those are held in the mornings.
They
like
are.
South Tampa Chamber of
Yeah.
Commerce, their meetings are 9 a.m. Whatever days that they are.
Yep.
And there are also lunchtime networking groups. So look for things like that would be appropriate for those folks who don't have a larger availability.
What about any online opportunities for these girls? So during the hours, if they're not going out to networking events, is there anything that they can do?
Something that every company needs are blog posts.
Okay.
So
Great idea.
maybe they're not out, they're not able to they're not comfortable going out and doing the networking, or they have a time issue with it. But they're authorities in the business.
Mm-hmm.
They can certainly write about customer tips or different ideas on their blog, which again then helps the company because you have new fresh content for your website, which helps your SEO. You could share that content on your social media outlets, giving you more credibility, and just keep those conversations going. So there are things that you can do within your working hours to help with marketing.
Okay, so now on the other hand, let's say she says, oh my goodness, no, these girls haven't agreed to marketing. I talked to them and they don't want to do the marketing. Now what? Now we hire Colleen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
I'm not going to go to your networking event. I'll go to your networking event.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very good.
That's
So,
not what we don't do that. But
okay, so it needs to be in their job duties to begin with.
yeah, so it's so maybe that's something that you look for in future hires, or
Okay.
or maybe it's a part-time person that you have help.
Okay, fabulous, great. Social media is huge in today's world. What are some ways that businesses can grow their social media followers?
Advertise.
Okay.
Everybody, Facebook, they don't make a gazillion dollars a year because they're nice. It's
Yes.
because they take your advertising
Yeah.
dollars. And then there's some best practices that you can use. Again, minimal budgets help there.
Okay.
For instance, we have a client that we do $5 a day, 2 weeks on, 1 week off.
Oh,
And we have grown him from 150 followers to 2,800 followers in 2 years.
nice.
So $5 a day for 2 weeks, 1 week off. It's a
Adds up.
minimal investment, and it's really, really grown their social media following.
And you're growing the right people. You're not just,
Exactly.
you're probably
Well,
being
the
selective.
Facebook targeting. And
Just
Instagram
target.
works. Instagram
Okay.
also works exactly the same as Facebook, and it's all handled through the same platforms.
Okay.
The billing all comes from Facebook. Is depending on your business, if it's more visual, more consumer-ish versus even services can do okay with the Instagram.
Okay.
But it basically comes down to posting great content.
Okay.
Are you talking to your audience? Are you are you explaining, are you entertaining, are you communicating, are you being social with them?
Okay.
It's not about shoving things down people's throat.
Okay.
It's,
So
you want to
good content.
tell, not sell.
Tell, not sell. That's a
Mhm.
great slogan. If you walk away with something, tell, not sell. So great content, and then I find not just great content, but consistency.
Absolutely.
Everything in PR, marketing, sales is consistency.
Absolutely.
So-
yes. Make sure you have a great bio. Make sure that it's really clear who you are. If you're a projector screen company, you're not a visual enhancement company, because what the hell does that mean?
Right.
Yes. Make it really clear what you do
Mhm.
and how you can help folks. Use hashtags.
Okay. Yeah, I need help with this. Okay, I seriously have a deficit in this. So I always have my fun hashtags, like hashtag, my boys are adorable. But for the real hashtag, what is it doing? So hashtag is Facebook, or hashtag is Instagram, or hashtag is Twitter? Hashtag, what is it? Is hashtag all of them?
In LinkedIn too, you can use hashtags.
Okay, so if someone uses hashtag Superwoman.
Then, well, the beauty of that is then you can go into the search on whatever platform it is.
Okay.
And search hashtag Superwoman and see all the posts related to that. So if you're at a...
Why
for
is it
instance,
taking me
when-
14 years?
You need a marketing person.
Right. She's selling me right here, guys. Yeah, and I didn't know if like the hashtag was sort of like it came from Twitter, but then
no.
no.
It's social. It's organic.
Okay.
So, for instance, unfortunately, we had the horrible school
Yes.
shooting in Parkland. So the hashtag Parkland was trending very highly.
Right.
So it tends to correlate to current events or sometimes fun campaigns.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but make sure it's relevant. I'm a Frenchie hoarder,
Mhm.
so I have my rescue puppy Bob.
Mhm. Oh.
We do Bob the Frenchie posts all the time. So
Your Frenchie's name is Bob.
yes,
I love that.
He was born hydrocephalic with an enlarged head,
Oh,
so the rescue named him Bob L. Head.
oh Bob Elhead.
And then, so by the time he recovered and was ready for adoption, he knew his name, and
Oh.
so we
kept him.
And he's a Bob.
He's Bob. He's so
Definitely.
Bob. I love it. Okay, and so we talked a lot about marketing on Facebook. Do you think people should be marketing on Twitter, LinkedIn? Is
It
that
depends on your business.
okay?
Depends on your business. On the PR side, we find that, especially in the technology, all of our editors are on Twitter. So believe me, I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
Because those are the folks that I want to pick up our stories.
Okay.
And Facebook, 2/3 of the world is on Facebook. 2/3 of the world's population, so that's not a market to ignore. Facebook is fabulous for consumer marketing, and just the way they drill down the demographics and the targeting for advertising is incredible.
It's incredible.
You can just do some, and it gets better and better. I love machine learning. It gets better every year.
Okay.
And then just a couple other quick social
Yeah.
media tips. Make sure you engage with others. Make sure you share content, that you're reaching out to influencers, and to your earlier point, consistency, stay active.
Okay.
And follow other people. Get those follows back.
Okay, fabulous, great tips. I have a question for you on social media. So, on my, like, for example, we'll use my Dr. Jaime channel. So on my Dr. Jaime Facebook page, if I'm always like, let's say I see a YouTube video and I post it, and I got my great content and I'm posting it, is it good to just have my own content? Like, yes, it might be your video on YouTube, and but it's as opposed to sharing it. So let's say I see something on your page of a video of a cat, and I share it on my Dr. Jaime page. Now it's not just mine. They're seeing your name, like Jaime shared Colleen's page.
Actually,
Is that good or no?
It typically goes back to the original poster.
Okay.
The person who originally posted that content will get the credit for that
Okay,
share.
is that good to do? So should Dr. Jaime
It's,
post original content from your page?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because social media is social. It's all about that sharing
Okay.
and communicating.
Great.
And that's how things go viral.
Okay.
And that's what we want people to share this with their friends.
Okay.
Um,
So yes. Okay, great. Now you have a heavy expertise in marketing in the world of technology. What does this exactly mean? You've kind of hit on that, but tell us a little bit more about what you do exactly, and then tell us about one of these products.
Okay. Well, we we don't always work with glamorous products.
Right.
We work with the stuff that makes things work.
We need that stuff behind the scenes,
yes, we
right?
do, definitely. So we work primarily with tech products that are installed,
Okay.
either on the commercial side. Like on the commercial side, we've worked with projector companies or companies that do digital signage or educational whiteboards, the smart type boards, to the switchers that allow that 4K video wall content to be changed, and all of those, the not so sexy cables, but I even love HDMI cables.
That's how you know she's passionate about what she does. Because you'll never hear me say, I love this HDMI cable.
And I'll be like, oh my God.
Until you need to use it.
Until I need to use it, right. Yeah. And that's why we need you, because we actually need that cable to run all of this.
And you need a decent one that's going to carry your 4K signal.
Yes.
Not some crappy $2 one off of Amazon.
Oh.
Exactly.
And so most of on the residential side, we work with products that would go into a smart home.
Okay.
So anything from these types of plugs to the lighting modules to loudspeakers, amplifiers, video, home theater chairs. The list goes on.
It goes on. Tell everyone about your bracelet.
Oh, my husband knows what a geek I am, and he loves me to pieces. So he bought me this lovely bangle with my initial engraved, and it's actually an iPhone charger.
Isn't that amazing?
Simply plug my iPhone in here, and it charges my phone.
That is so awesome. So if you're on the go, your phone is dying, you just take off your bangle.
Oh my gosh, exactly. Yeah.
The people
you're
from
having
like
a
the
crazy day.
1920s are like, are you kidding me?
Well, and it's cute, and it doesn't get all schmungy, which I like. And like for trade shows, this is going to be a godsend.
Yeah.
When I'm, like you said, I'm gone all day.
Yeah.
And,
What product haven't you told us about up here? This one?
Oh, let's see. Oh, this is the Nomo bag. Oh my gosh, I love this. I have a
And it's a giveaway, guys. It's a giveaway.
It is. This is a London company, and their designs are just beautiful. Just beautiful. So this will hold like a 13 to 14 inch laptop. And I mentioned I have a smaller version. It's got a beautiful pouch in the back, and there's a lot of room in this thing. So it's got a zipper compartment in the back, as well as the front for the laptop or whatever you want to put in here, and also a little place here for cards. But I use this for when I go to trade shows. I have the little smaller one. I put my iPad in there, I put my brochures in there, and I put my press cards and my schedule, and it's just perfect. And what I like about this color is this would work for a male or a female.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's a great little.
And you look super professional. You don't have all these big bags going on. You just got this one thing and you can carry it.
Exactly.
Fabulous.
Exactly. And these are very well made. It's all quilted on the inside. It's just really well made. I really am a big fan of the Nomo products.
And if you want an opportunity, here, put it for you. If you want an opportunity to win this, do me a favor, go to Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching on Facebook. That's my business Facebook page, Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching. Like the page, and then you're going to see this live video going during this live segment for about another 8 minutes. Go ahead and share it out. If you are part of the people that shared it out, we will see your name. We are going to pick 7 people, and we are going to ship you one of these items up here. Fabulous.
Excellent.
Okay, so where are we at? All right, let's see. Being from the tech world, I would assume you would really encourage business owners to have websites. Is this right? And if so, are there any professions that don't have to have a website?
I'm 98% of companies need a website.
Okay.
I feel that all of the professional services, trades, if you're a carpenter, people need to see images of your work, and it makes you look real if you have a website. You are not this man in a van and never to be heard from again. These Florida contractors have a bad rap,
Right.
Rightly so in many instances. So that really helps give you, last year we did a website for a tree trimmer,
Okay.
and it's helped him. It gives you that credibility. You're established. You're going to be here next year. I know I can work with you again.
You're going to be here after I pay you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So, some of the smaller, like Etsy type companies, like I have a girlfriend that does succulent plants and beautiful.
Oh,
she
nice.
makes arrangements and such. So she basically has a Facebook page and goes to local shows.
Okay.
So she doesn't really need a website, and it's kind of a hobby type business. Or if you're doing craft type things, like for my watch, if you go on Etsy, you'll find some really cool watch bands for your fitness trackers. And this one is a kind of a boring one, but I'm doing professional today.
Right.
So if you're doing something like that, I don't think it's necessary. A Facebook page and an Etsy page are really going to do what you need it to, and it's really low overhead. If it's a part-time business, if you're looking to tip $1 million in sales, you better get a website.
Okay. All right. Fabulous.
Anything substantial, you need a website. You need that credibility.
What are some best website practices?
Keep it maintained.
Okay.
So website technology has greatly evolved over the last 5-6 years. So WordPress is pretty significant out there, and what I love about WordPress is that it has a lot of modules that work really well with it. There's enough momentum with that platform that just everything works really well. The add-on plugin companies keep their stuff updated, but it's important that you keep that software updated, regardless of what platform you're using.
So is it fresh? It's fresh content?
No, I'm talking about just the website itself. That you get health checks done. That it's maintained. That you're making sure that your software version's up to date. That your plugs are working. Your plugins are working. That your links are working. Because what will happen, like for instance, this is getting a little technical, but PHP made some changes. Well, it made like a lot of sites crash because people didn't update their PHP. And then the website goes down, you're in a panic, you don't know what to do, you've got to call around. If you do a little proactive maintenance, that stuff's not going to happen to you. And then just to build your business, it's imperative that you maintain your website with content and links. So that's where your public relations comes in handy, because you've got outbound credible links to authority sites. You're putting keywords in there that are relevant to your business, so it helps you in the search rankings. And Google pays attention to when you update your website.
Good to know.
Yes.
Thank you, Patty from eGraphics, for updating my plugins all the time.
It's important.
Yes.
Yeah. You haven't crashed, have you?
No,
Yes.
if it crashes today, I'm calling you, okay?
Arlise, are you there?
Any other best practices for websites that we have to know? Are those the top ones?
Keep it clean. Make sure your message is there. Make sure it's really clear what your product or service is. Don't make people guess. Don't be too cute. Say what it is. Say it quickly. Usually on that first screen, we call that above the fold from the old newspaper days. You want pretty much your message to be there. Make it visually compelling. Make sure it loads fast. Well, two things that Google's really emphasizing at this point is your mobile website. So mobile is going to take precedence on search now. So if you do not have your site in good shape to work on your phone, you're going to
take a hit.
Your rankings are going to go down. And so it's pretty imperative. And then your site loading time is another consideration that greatly
that's
affects.
absolutely true, because if I go to a website, I know we're almost at time here. If I go to a website and it's taking time, I just like X out and go to the next one.
Yeah. And Google will penalize you for that in your searches. And a lot of times that comes down to your hosting. So don't cheap out on the hosting. Don't pay that extra $5 a month so your friggin' site works. It's not worth it. Yeah, we see that way too often.
So no slow sites, no one likes slow. How do companies use, so actually I want to go right to this question. Is augmented or mixed reality something that we should begin to activate in our marketing, since it's the next or newest thing?
Depends on your company or service. It's still an emerging technology, and it is pricey. So with virtual reality, you basically can create a whole environment. So you can take a 360 camera, 360 degree camera, and you can shoot virtual reality. But again, it's like creating a film or a video. You have to come up with your script, your content, your actors, your props, your whatever. So there's some production involved there. Mixed reality or augmented reality is something like Pokemon Go. So you have the outdoor environment, but it's augmented by the graphics and the visuals that you see when you're playing Pokemon Go.
Okay.
So most small companies aren't.
Yeah.
It's not affordable at this point, and the problem with, although virtual reality is probably a little bit more reasonable and a little more do-it-yourselfable.
Okay.
We're still with those kludgy headsets.
Well, that's what I want Wes
So-
to get, is I want him to put on a headset of me, and then I'm talking to him, so even when he's at work and we're not together, he just sees me giving him demands. What do you, and but it feels real
Right now I
because
should
I'm
have
in.
like a football helmet so that as I bang my head, it will protect me from concussion.
We are almost at time. We are going to do a short audio after this, and we'll go answer some of the questions that we did not get to. If you want to win one of these prizes, jump on the Facebook page, Dr. Jaime Workshops and Coaching. Share out this video. If you are part of this share, we're going to put your name in a pool and send you one of these. We've got 1 minute and I've got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
We've been hearing about the hashtag MeToo discussions, and the stories are abundant in technology. What are you doing to help women in technology?
Well, I do a lot of mentoring. I work with I'm part of the Consumer Technology Association, and I mentor startups.
Okay.
And what I've loved seeing over the past year or so is there are more and more women.
Nice.
And I will jump on the opportunity to mentor a woman who wants to start up her tech company. That's,
Fabulous.
it's a no-brainer. On the commercial side of the installed audio video world, I'm working with that organization. It's called Avixa, and the Avixa Women's Council is starting local chapters.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
I'm working with AVI SPL
Okay.
over here in Tampa, and we're doing a quarterly women's group.
Wonderful.
So, and we're going to do career empowerment, and we may need you to be one of our speakers.
Oh, you got it, girl. You got it. You got it. And where can people find out about this group starting here if they want to join? Is there a
It's
place?
for the commercial AV. And email me.
Okay.
Yeah, or just reach out to me via the website.
Okay, and you'll give me the
marketingmatters.net.
Okay, marketing
And then
manager.
I can certainly send you the details. Our next meeting is March 15th over at AVI SPL in Tampa.
Okay, fabulous, excellent. Where can we find out everything we need to know about Colleen Sternsley, the president of Marketing Matters, who gave us all this information today?
Well, I have a Twitter feed
Okay.
at Colleen L, Coleen, L as in Leaf, and our Marketing Matters Twitter is at MMattersPR. Both myself and Marketing Matters are on Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn.
MarketingMatters.net.
Yep.
And we can get your book on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com.
Yes.
If you could leave the viewers with one sentence, one piece of advice, what would it be?
Pay attention to your marketing. It matters.
Marketing matters. All right. Happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Next week on the show, Dr. Michelle Fisher, ENT. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the Dr. Jaime Show episode this week. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Do me a favor and subscribe to me on iTunes and YouTube. And of course, please give me some feedback on the show. Looking forward to reading it.